Here at Harris Academy Beckenham, the drama team strives to embed the rigorous theoretical content of the course through practical exploration. Here is a breakdown of the Edexcel GCSE specification in which we follow. Component 1, Devising. This is a coursework component worth 40% of the qualification. This is split into two elements. Firstly, a devised performance which is performed in-house, and a 2,000-word written portfolio outlining the creative process. This is worth 30%. Component 2, also a coursework component, worth 20% of the qualification. For this component, students will perform 2 extracts from a script. Component 3, Theatre Makers in Practice. This is a written examination element worth 40% of the qualification. Students will sit a 1 hour, 45-minute exam in which they will answer questions on an inspector calls and a live theatre evaluation piece. Here is an overview of some units we will cover during the 2-year course. Firstly, in Year 10, students will explore theatre practitioners, for example Stanislavski, Arto, Berkoff. For each practitioner, students will explore their style of work and implement this into their own pieces and scripted work. We will then look at some performance skills, particularly those used to devise, to support students in Component 1, Devising, of the GCSE course. Lots of time will be spent on the portfolio element of the course, where students are able to implement what they have done practically, looking at the analysis and evaluation of the final performance. At the end of Year 10, for GCSE Prep Year 11, the students will explore the crucible practically, looking at the context and key themes. At the start of Year 11, students will explore practically an inspector calls, looking at the context and key themes. From this, students will be prepared to answer questions from the Component 3 written examination. Additionally, students will go to watch a live theatre performance in which they will take notes of 500 words in which they will use in their examination.
The practical space used for the drama course is set in a black box theatre with a fully functional lighting rig and sound system. The curtains can be drawn to enclose the performance space, allowing for intimate and immersive performances to external audiences. We also have a structured stage that can be built, as well as manoeuvrable drama blocks, allowing students to explore both levels and proxemics. The space allows students to independently explore different styles of theatre for both Component 1 and Component 2 of the course. As the roles of performer, designer, and director, they have freedom to control the design of the space, producing work in the staging of proscenium arch, traverse, and the round.
We want to speak to you.
Go back to where you came from.
You stole Piggy's glasses, and you broke up our hearts, and you had no right to do that. No right. And we're giving you fire, and you stole it. You had no right to do that.
I told you, go back to where you came from. This is our rock. This is Castle Rock, this is. We're safe up here. You stay down there.
I didn't come to make a war.
And what's that spear for?
To teach you a lesson if you try anything.
Come on then, teach me. You see what he's after?
I'm not after anything. Just came here to get Piggy's glasses back.
Tie him up.
Sure. Hey! Bloody cheats and liars and thieves!
You the heart. When your head did but ache, I knit my handkerchief about your brows. The best I had. A princess wrought at me, and I did never ask you again. And with my hand at midnight held your head, and like the watchful minutes the hour still, and anon cheered up the heavy time, saying, what lack you? And where lies your grief? For what good love may I perform for you? Many a poor man's tongue would have lain still, and ne'er have spoke a loving word to you. But you, At your sick service had a prince. Now you may think my love was crafty love, and call it cunning, do, and if you will. If the heavens be pleased that you must use me ill, why then you must. Will you put out mine eyes? These eyes that never did, nor ever shall so much as frown on you. When I was 10, me and I met this bloke called Richard. He was a barman, like I used to pretend he was my dad. Didn't realise he was only about 18. I used to tell people that. And one night, I went in the kitchen for a glass of water. And there's my mum. Sat on the floor, tears pouring down her face, 2 black eyes. Never saw Richard again. I used to sit on his knee. He used to put his arm around me when we walked down the street and that. Called me Trouble. And then, it's weird, isn't it? And something can just stop like that. But they do, don't they? They just stop happening, don't they? Feelings and that. The way you feel. Just stop crying. That's good, isn't it?